Okay, I know a couple of girls are either jumping on late or can't make it, which is totally fine. I'm recording it. And depending on how quickly I get through things, we might go further than planned.
Okay.
You can even kind of just tell me how you're feeling. So I'm going to kind of bounce around. So I have a couple of things. Okay, so this is what my opinion, the 5 things that best coaches, like the best practices of the best coaches, what they know and what they do. So we're going to talk about this, a little bit of social media, and then also inviting possibly if we can make it. So first thing that I think is the most important is that they work harder on themselves way more than anything that they do in their business. So they're not getting caught up on likes or followers or how many people say no to them or how many people say yes to them. They are not getting caught up in that. I know that that can be something that I definitely get caught up in as well. They focus the most on finding a way to grow and finding a way to be the person that they want to become. And it's most coaches, they want to know, like, okay, Shakeology, okay, compensation plan, okay, this, okay, that, which is all super important to know. But I think that can almost be a setback because you become an information hoarder almost, and they aren't focusing on how to grow. Because at the end of the day, when you have setbacks, this is what's going to get you through that, your personal development. Mm-hmm. They aren't focusing on the habits that they may have that are holding them back when they aren't focusing on personal development. And I'm going to share a little bit about what I mean by that. So think about like your strengths, and also think about where you need to grow. Like, what are you actually completing a program, and are you actually following through the nutrition? And I know that right now you're doing 80-day obsession, but there is certainly, like, when I first started coaching, I felt like my fitness almost fell off because I was like doing it all day long. And I was getting up early trying to build my business, and it was really hard to like have the self-discipline to follow, carry over in my fitness. But what I've learned is, like, that's probably the most important part of my job, to be the product of the product, because really nobody cares about anything other than results at the end of the day. And so for me, like, following nutrition and following a workout was so, like, a workout program, and actually finishing a workout all the way through, like, that was so much more of a mental and like emotional and personal thing for me that I had to work through, and not necessarily like I can do it. It was like, no, like, this is a personal development. This is a discipline that I'm going to learn and that I'm going to focus on. And also things like, do you skip like way more often than you should? Like, I've definitely been there before too. 80-day obsession is totally different. It's gotten me like in a totally different level, which I love. But it's something to consider Would you want you as a challenger or a coach? I definitely feel like I would want me as a coach right now, maybe not earlier, but like, I've really thought about that question and worked towards it. Do you have qualities that attract you to other people? And you definitely do, Kaylin, for sure, because I think a lot of it, and I hate to say this, but I do think a lot of it is like people that can relate, like someone who, like, for me, like, I look to a lot of like younger people, and I look to a lot of like in their 20s and 30s and new moms. Like, those qualities relate to me for sure. And also, like, I think the most important thing to think about is that there's so many people and so many options and so many books and so many podcasts that you are, and I talk about this all the time, but I can't even like express it enough, that if you're not taking advantage of all the resources that you have, you are absolutely crazy. So my advice is, these next like 30 days or month or so, as you are really trying to build this foundation of your business, like, really focus on you, really dig deep into your strengths, into your weaknesses too. Like, where are you excelling in your life? Where are you lacking in your life? What qualities do you have or that you need to build to make you desirable, to make you, want people to work with you. Focus on some changes that you need to make, like really buckle down on your nutrition and your workouts. And let me tell you that the best time to build a business is when there is like a really hot program out right now. So like 80-day session, like people are obsessed with it. They want to know more. They want to do it. They've never done it before. Like this is the best time more than ever to start something because it's brand new for everybody and it's exciting and it's something you're just now doing. And as you share your experience and share how you are buckling down on your nutrition and your workouts, people are going to be like, wait, I can do that too. I can do that too. Anytime you are not using the full capacity of your brain, then you need to be using it in another way. And I know it's super tempting to the only time I really listen to music is workouts because that I do feel like music is a mood changer and it really helps me. But it is super tempting to listen to music when you're getting ready and driving and in the shower and whatever. But it is a self-discipline to use your brain in full capacity as much as you can. If you don't pour into yourself, you will absolutely end up empty and exhausted and burnt out, and that is not what we want at all. The second thing that people do is they build trust and credibility through consistency. Why do I show every single day my pre-workout routine, my electrolytes, my workout, and my post-workout? Because that is consistency. That is what I do every single day, and it makes me credible. And when people see that you're investing in yourself, they want to start to invest in themselves too. They see you're seeing results. They see you're finding joy through this, and they want to see results too. Before and after pics, it's really hard. It's hard so my small group of high school girls, I feel like I always get onto them about posting pictures in their bathing suit. I'm like, and it's not just a cute picture. It's like a picture. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, what, why? So I am struggling with that. So that's why I really like to post the sports bras and the workout shorts. I think that's perfect. And that's why I have free or my private Facebook communities. I'm all about girls, sharing with other women. Mm-hmm. High school boy, I just I'm in a world of high school students right now, and so I just hear all these things about boy, and I'm just trying to be really careful. But I do think before and after are so important, and I also think written testimonials, right? That is the most important thing that you can honestly have. And when I check in with people, the minute they send me something positive, I take a screenshot, I blur out their name and their picture, I put it on my Instagram story, and I save it as a highlight, as a testimonial. Austin, he's in insurance, and he makes a really big deal to have, I guess, letters of recommendation. So basically his clients and then people write him a letter, basically reviewing him, but in paper form. So it's like a Yelp review, but in paper. So he can go and sit down at a big client and put this binder down of letters of recommendations and be like, this is why I'm awesome. And that's what my highlight reel is. That highlight reel is my big binders of letters of recommendation that people can go through. So save those. Any email that you get, photos that you get, just always keep them confidential as people send them to you. Mm-hmm. Consistency. I mean, what's consistency in your fitness? That's how you get results. It's not through what you do occasionally. And this is the same thing with your business. So personal development, actually working on your fitness and being consistent in social media, especially. The third, Christine, we're talking about the 5 things that the best coaches do. So the first one was that they work harder on themselves more than they work on anything else in their business. And then the second one was consistency, building trust. So the third thing is that you know who you're speaking to. So you can't, and we kind of talked a little bit about this last night, but you just can't speak to anyone and everyone and just expect them to be connected to you. You have to talk, and the more that I've gotten to this point, talking to someone like they're my best friend and not being so, I had this one girl who would always message me after my Instagram post and be like, hey, grammatically, you're incorrect. You need to put and I was like, girl, I'm being me. I want my posts to sound like me. I don't care if they're perfectly grammatically correct. Target someone who's your best friend. We live in an emoji and a GIF world and a quick like snapshot of things. That's why stories are so awesome. And so people want to read short little things with a lot of emotion and a lot of expression. Speak to the girl that you were before you became a coach and before you kind of found your health and fitness journey through Beachbody. So like for me, I was overwhelmed with time. Like I spent way too much time working out at the gym and not spending time with my newly married, husband. I was in a job that I loved, but like I wanted the freedom. I wanted the financial freedom to grow. Like there was no room to grow in the job that I had. Like you were capped off for sure. And I wanted the freedom to be able to do what I want during the day. And I wanted the freedom to one day be a mom and be at home with kids while also financially contributing. Speak to the girl that, that was you, that think of things that held you back as a distraction. Like, was it your, schedule, or was it your inability to plan, or was it you didn't know how to eat, or you didn't know how to exercise, or you didn't, like, what were the things that were keeping you? And that's what you write about. You're like, gosh, like I used to be the girl that, couldn't find time to work out or couldn't find time to plan my meals or thought the meal prepping was just impossible. And now I realize that is not true. And someone's going to read that and they're going to be like, wait, that's just like, wait, she just read my mind. Like I have to message her because she knows what I'm going through. Someone that feels kind of like lost in the shuffle of life. Like I feel like that I used to feel that too. Like there was just so many pots on the stove and I didn't feel like I was in control of any of them. And after I kind of became a full-time coach, like I almost felt like I just had control of my life because I had such a clear sense of direction and purpose. And so I'm kind of working on some Instagram posts like that because obviously people from my work follow me. And so I just have to be careful about like not insulting anybody, but also sharing like, hey, this is an opportunity that you could have and also thrive in. And that's just what people, so that's just my struggle personally. Like I said, speak to them like they are your bestie. Talk in the lingo as you would talk to a friend. And I have some actual examples of messages that I've sent that I'm going to share with y'all whenever we do the inviting. And I'm really like, hey, Angel. Like I call everybody Angel. And I'm like, she doesn't know me, but that's how I would talk to a friend. You may think you have to, like I said, speak in a certain way, but you don't. Like write a message out. If it sounds like you, send it. If it doesn't, start over. Like we want people to feel like you are their bestie. While yes, this is social media and it is like through a screen, it's also a way to connect with people and we're going to make sure you feel like a genuine human. This is the biggest one that I think the best coaches do, is that they take leaps of faith in their business, all the while knowing that I and the whole team, we are supporting you and have your back. So everybody's kind of in a different level of their business. Everyone wants different things. Some people want to make a full-time business. Somebody just wants to make a little extra cash. Some people want to be the number one coach. Like whatever you are, we all know different things and we all have researched different things. And so it's important to share. The more successful that you are, the more successful that everybody is on the team. And you have to support and love each other on each post. And this is like the biggest thing, okay? You have to do things before you're ready, because if you are waiting until you're ready, it will never, ever, ever, ever happen. And you're gonna actually do something that's really scary. And then like 5 minutes later, you're gonna forget how scary it was and realize that it was actually easy and it's actually doable. Because here's the thing, like when you just obsess over researching, and I did this for like a good 7 months, and I'm like, dang, where could I have been if I didn't do this? And I just researched and I watched YouTube videos and I read about other coaches and I studied others coaches' Instagrams and Facebooks and blog posts, and I just studied everything that they did, and it almost made me paralyzed because I felt like I had to just be as super similar. But guess what? I'm not going to be, because I'm brand spanking new and I didn't know anything at the time. But if I actually started, I would have learned so much more. So don't be that person that's an information hoarder, and don't be that person that lets that information hold you back. That is so annoying. Sorry, I'm okay. And just so you know, I had literally no idea what I was doing when I got started, and I failed and I failed and I failed, but I failed forward. And the biggest thing that's going to put you back in this business is if you just stop and if you freeze. And it's great to see you raw and real. It's good to let people know that you're not perfect, aka me on my Instagram stories when I look crazy and psycho. Okay, I'm going to share now to kind of a different. We're going to talk a little bit about social media again. I know that we already talked about it last night a little bit, but I just want to I think it's super important. There's a couple things I didn't talk about. So it definitely is the biggest way to reach people. And I am going to kind of, hopefully, I don't know everything. I'm still learning, share. So the first thing that y'all need to do is you need to actually launch your business. And this is one of those things that you can't be completely ready for. You just have to do it and know that I am walking right beside you. I'm not in front of you. I'm not behind, like we are walking together in this, and I'm going to help you with your clients. You don't have to know everything. And it's okay to look at somebody or be messaging someone and say, hey, I don't know that answer right this second, but let me find it and I'll get back to you. And guess what? You just come to me and I'll answer it, and then you can answer it for them. So create a Facebook like page and Instagram. You don't have to create a free Facebook community. You know, I was using that super heavily when I first started, and it did really help kind of build camaraderie. I think I'm going to kind of get back into it, but honestly, like I've just seen so much action on Instagram. I just am trying to focus on one outlet at a time, but I do think a free Facebook community is a great way to like soft launch, right? So like you add your close friends, your close family, and you can say, hey, this is like a soft launch of what I'm doing. I'm going to be posting in here. It's kind of like practice. I'm going to be practicing live videos in here, telling my story, and you guys support me and you love me and you can hopefully give me feedback. And then you can kind of start promoting your free Facebook community. You can start adding people in your free Facebook community. They can leave if they want. They don't have to stay in there, but it's fine to add them. And then a blog. And I really use my blog to try to kind of get me on my feet. I really need to get back and creating more posts. But that I just struggle with that. It's just hard. Blogging is hard for me. Focus on a couple outlets at a time. So pick where you feel like you're going to be best at. So I was heavily focusing on Facebook when I first started. And I do think Facebook actually is a great place to start. But for me, Instagram, the minute I got active on my stories is when everything changed. So this is your business's grand opening month. So make sure that your people know that you're open for business. So post a cute picture of your face. People want to see your face, announcing that you're a coach and you want to help them walk through their wellness or fitness journey. And your name can be anything. Mine's Macy McNeely Wellness, obviously. It can literally be anything you want. It could just be your name. I just really kind of wanted to focus on like the whole aspect of wellness, not just like fitness and nutrition. But you can also use, your name and then wellness. I totally don't care. You can have anything that I do. So, and you can say that you're a Beachbody coach if you want. I don't and didn't. I just said, hey, I'm starting this thing where I have been on a fitness journey for such a long time. And it's been like 10 years, like truthfully, like working out and being healthy. And I feel like I learned a lot along the way, and I want to help you do it too. And I want to walk with you through it. Like, let me help you or something. You need to do it when you're comfortable-ish, but you also need to do it soon. The longer you wait, the more paralyzed you're going to be. You just got to press share. So share your journey. Before you post anything, ask, is this bringing value to my followers? So posting like pictures of yourself, post a workout, personal development, recipes, Shakeology, but make sure it has value to it. And I talked about this last night, but over deliver all the time, give, help, and then ask for people to be your clients. And that's when we get into personal invitations. So the purpose really, if you are not entertaining, if you're not educating or inspiring on your posts, you need to reword it in a way that it is one of those things. I'm going to show you some examples in a minute. So we're establishing relationships, we're sharing content and stories. Gosh, guys, stories sell, let me tell you. And then increase awareness for your personal brand. So whatever your personal brand, I mean, my personal brand, like honestly, it's Wiener Dogs. It's, health, it's beauty, it's self-care, it's being a wife, it's loving my family, like that, all those things are like my brand. And just know, and I don't remember, Christine, if you were not on the call last night, but just know that every single interaction is not necessarily going to be, a sale, but it is going to matter. And it is going to be another token in that deposit of relationships that one day when you turn around and ask them to join, they probably will be a lot more likely to say yes. So here's kind of my pillars, okay? So I have a me or you pillar, a food pillar, a workout pillar, and then like a success story and motivation pillar. So for the you, talk about your story. That's your fitness story, your coaching story, your personal interests, things that you value. The Coach Online Office has a ton of trainings, and there's one that's called Expand Your Network that can really help you with that as well. Food, easy recipes, on-the-go tips, kitchen essentials, and meal prep. Those are all really good ones. Workouts, fitness gear, fitness essentials, getting started, and motivation, and also just like real life tips, life hacks, life systems. Pillars, success and motivation. So testimonies, that's why I have a whole highlight reel of testimonies. Before and after photos are awesome. Any kind of humor, like I posted about like my peanut butter or something the other day, and people loved it. And then also personal development. Focus on a channel that fits with your lifestyle and resonates with your target audience. So like for me, that's Instagram right now in my season. I'm trying to make my Instagram and my Facebook different, and not necessarily like one and the same. I want people to feel like they need to come to my Instagram. So here's an example, okay? Instead of saying my niece and me on this picture, which I totally could have just said that, I talked about personal development and encouraging others to do things that they love through the chaos. So sometimes life feels chaotic. Here's what I'm learning. Choose to have peace within the chaos. Anticipate it, recognize it, and still choose to take pockets of your day to do things that fill you up. Yada, yada, yada. But like that picture, it could have been just a like whatever, but I turned it into something that was valuable. Could have said, hey, having a great day with the fam, and then instead I talked about how to spend your weekends and how it's good to have a general plan on your days off, what I'm planning to do, and I'm choosing to not work on the weekend to spend time with my family and encouraging others to do that. Instead of saying great day at the spa, I talked about stress and how it affects women way more than people even realize. I talked about 3 things that you can do to combat stress, and one of those is self-care. So I just took this picture and I was like, oh my gosh, like my hair looks really shiny. I'm holding my Shakeology, and my hair looks shiny because of the editing that I did. It's not actually that shiny, I don't think. But I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to correlate the 2 of those. Instead of talking about loving my Shakeology, I talked about one of the benefits of Shakeology is that my hair's grown healthy and long, and that is true though, for sure. My hair has never been more healthy than it is in the season. And then you can literally never go wrong with a food post. People live for food posts, meat and recipes, me especially. So if you're like, I don't know what to post, like post a picture of your food. Paid posts, they're definitely not necessary. However, I do them because I feel like I'm in a social media world that you kind of have to pay to play. If anything, I've just gotten people in my free community through that, and I can show you girls exactly how to do that. And it's not a requirement at all. But Facebook ads are super simple, and they can also like talk to Instagram and both be sponsored like together posts, paid posts. And I can actually do a whole training on that just made me think of paid posts that I'm going to talk about. But you can do it for a very small budget, and it can be very, very effective. So try to be 1 to 2 times a day. I don't post 2 times a day often. It's hard for me to post 1 time a day, honestly. But I do think that to post at least 1 time a day. Beachbody sometimes says to post like 3 to 5 times a day. I'm like, LOL, I could never do that. But I think the world of social media is changing, where it's not necessarily about the picture. It is about the quality of the picture, and it is about the quality of the caption. It's not just like in your face. It needs like to be thought out a little bit more than I think what it used to be. Always share things about your family and your life that make you feel connected to you, or that make them feel connected to you, that's not just related to Beachbody. So yeah, any questions or any comments right now?
I think my biggest thing is just making sure that I have like a few pictures already to like post, like I think that's where I want to be before like I actually create the Instagram or whatever, like I don't want to just like post one thing and then be like, oh shoot, like I don't have any pictures to post for like 3 more days. So I just want to have kind of like, 5 or 10 to be able to do for the next week, and then like make sure like each weekend when I have that extra time that I'm building my the post for the following week. So
totally, I think that's awesome. I think that every time you eat a meal, take a picture of it, even if you don't post it, like you just have it, and every time you're eating out of a Tupperware in the car, take a picture of that somehow, even if you don't use it, you still have it. And if you can look at other like top Beachbody coaches, you can look at their Instagram, and like their pictures are like average. Like they are not super special, but they also have been doing it for a really long time. Like this is the #1 coach in the network. I'm trying to find a picture, and it's like she's literally in her workout room. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's nothing fancy. She just has a little like Bluetooth thing that connects to her phone to click and take a picture. With her iPhone, like her food. That's literally it. So don't overthink the pictures. I know I definitely overthink it. But just try not to. I know you can get in that rabbit hole for sure. And what else? Have you decided what kind of Instagram, are you just going to kind of build off your current goal?
So I think I'm going to actually like create like a business one, and I want it to do like KN Wellness, but then I Googled it, and that's actually like a big wellness company. So I might just do like Kaylin because my middle name's Noel. So I might just do Kaylin Noel Wellness. So I'm kind of was playing with that a little bit. So I'm going to definitely just like make sure that's what I want to do, and then start that this weekend. And
perfect. Yeah. Go ahead and start it and start posting, introducing yourself, who you are, what you do, why you're doing this, and just start sharing your journey on it for sure. Makes a big difference. Awesome. Christine, any I know you got a baby in there and you're multitasking big time.
You can hear it?
Oh yeah, but I've been muting you, so I can't hear him. I just unmuted you. So.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
You haven't. No, I just unmuted you, so he's fine.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think I have any questions.
Do y'all want to go through inviting other people?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Okay, let me share my personal invites. Y'all are gonna laugh at my invites that I've done. Okay. This actually truly has made one thing, like this is the one thing that has made my business totally different, okay? It's changed everything for me, because I've learned that people are really, really scared. And the reason, like just one time one time one girl had been like following my Instagram stories. I saw her following, and I saw her like always voting in my polls. I keep track of who watches my Instagram stories. Like, I know. And I just like messaged her one day. I was like, hey, like, do you want to know more? She's like, yes, I've been so nervous to ask you. I'm like embarrassed. And I'm like, what? Why? And she ended up being a client. But in that moment, I was like, people like aren't like me, where I'm just like, oh, extroverted, don't care. They're scared. So that's when I was like, okay. Because I was really weird about inviting people. I was like, I'm just going to let people come to me. I'm not going to do any of that. And now I see it so differently. And I also see that, like, if someone says no, like I used to take it to heart. But now I know that no does not mean never. And I've had so many girls that come back and they're like, hey, I've watched what you're doing. I actually do want it. And that's an easy sale. It's not a conversation. I'm just like, okay, here's the link. So here are your top tips. Keep it short and sweet. Don't overload with information. We live in a quick-paced world. People don't want a lot of stuff. Connect first. So, like, a lot of times I go to their Instagram or whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I saw that you posted about your home renovations. Like, I'm doing that too. It looks so awesome. Who's your contractor? Oh, so cool. Like, have like an LOL moment, like a haha moment, and then dive into the like, so tell me about your health and fitness routine, I'm going to give you guys some examples, but just know that they are templates. They are not, set in stone. You don't have to use them any certain way. Act like you're talking to your BFF. I've already said that, but it really works. It makes such a difference. Emojis, exclamation points, GIFs. Don't use Beachbody lingo like challenge pack or, I don't know, Shakeology or Beachbody on demand. Like, just say like, hey, you're going to stream your workouts and you're going to get a superfood dense nutrition meal replacement. You're going to get all this within something called a challenge pack. So just kind of break it down and have fun. Listen. This is the key that I've learned in my life from my dad. People do not care about you. They do not. They want to talk about themselves, okay? How many times do you go to a party and someone asks about you and you just talk, and then you walk away and you're like, oh my gosh, I loved that person at the party. And it's like, yeah, because you just talked about yourself the whole time, and that's what people love. So allow people to talk about themselves, ask questions about themselves, hear what they're going on, hear what they're struggling with, hear about their job, hear about their life, because then you can just talk a little bit and they're going to be way more likely to listen to you. And like I said, I can't say it enough, nobody really cares about you. They care about telling them about you. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. It's just like it's from a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm sure you guys know Dale Carnegie. And he's just like, hey, don't ever talk about yourself because that makes people turned off. Ask about other people. And I've learned that is true. So how to invite someone who likes your coaching or program post. So you post, you're like, hey, I'm doing a program. People like it. Sarah, these are actual messages I've said. Sarah, I saw your like. Thank you so much for supporting me on this journey. You have no idea how much it means to me. Sometimes it's hard to put yourself out there, but how can I not share this, And she'll be like, yeah, girl, I totally know. Like, hopefully, she's like, tell me more about it. Angel, I saw your comment on my post about my challenge group. Were you interested in getting some details or just supporting? Totally cool either way. Now that right there is taking the pressure off. It's letting them feel the freedom to, say, hey, I'm just supporting. Or they might say, actually, I am a little bit interested. And you say, great, either way. But if they respond and they say, hey, I'm just supporting, you say, awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me. And guess what? That's a connection that wasn't a sale right now, but it might be a sale one day. Hey, love, I saw you watch my coaching Instagram story, and it's actually funny because I think you would be perfect. Not going to lie, you've been on my perfect coach list for a long time. Now, that is flattering. People want to hear about that about themselves. I can remember us joking about how hard it is to get to the gym sometimes. I found a way to get a workout in no matter what. I saw you liked my post today. That's what I'm talking about. It would be so fun to do together, right? And then I send this one a lot because I have my consistent Instagram story watchers. I'm like, girl, I see you watching my IG story. LOL. Want more info? And they're like, yeah. Not always, but sometimes. When they say yes. So like I do like a poll a lot of times, and when people vote, I always message them like one of those messages. And then when they ask for more info or like, hey, I'm interested, I say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked. I use a tool that helps me do what I love. It's called Beachbody. Have you heard of it? If they are like in their 40s, yes, they've definitely heard of it. If they're college, they haven't heard of it. So it's a great opportunity either way. I have a lot of clients that have done Beachbody in the past and had terrible experience, and they're doing it now and they love it because they just weren't set up well. I think that that's the biggest thing. And so, if they come back and they're like, yeah, I did Beachbody, I've done it before. You can say, oh my gosh, great. Tell me about your experience. And a lot of times it's going to be negative, and you can be like, okay, this is where it's different. It's a brand new program. I'm going to help set you up so well, give you recipes, help you with your meal plan. We're going to have an entire practice week to make sure that you do not fail at this. So the only requirements for the group would be a workout program of your choice, all strength from that I would help you choose from, or sometimes they make like a layout for people. In Shakeology, if people have heard about Beachbody, I'll say Shakeology. If they haven't, I don't say it. The group support and me in accountability is free $99. Haha. Basically, what we do in this group is help motivate, inspire, give info, and add a place where you can actually check in to see if you are staying on track. That's the Challenge Tracker app. We also dive into personal development to improve your mental growth. It's game changing. It's helping with my meals. I really don't like to cook, but obviously I want to be fit. It helps me create a plan and stay on track. Just general things. So what I do, if someone says, hey, yeah, I'm interested, can I have more info? I'll usually ask like, okay, tell me a little bit about your fitness routine. And they might say like, oh, it's so hard for me to cook. So then I would use that last thing. I would say, oh my gosh, it helps me with my meals. I don't like to cook either, but I want to be fit. Or if they say like, oh, I can't, it's so hard for me to get to the gym. Like I would use that as an example. And then once I kind of give them more information, I would say, hey, it just would really help me if you filled out my application in my bio. That's what helps me keep track of everybody. I hope you understand. Because some people get annoyed by that. So just be like, oh, like it just helps me keep your name up track. It means nothing else. Like, but really you're like putting them through Google Street, which helps you kind of stay on them. So cold markets. Okay. I had another slide on here about warm markets, but so cold markets are basically people that don't know you. So like a warm market would be, like Kaylin and I went to high school together. That's a warm market, but it's a very distant connection because we haven't spoken in 10 years, right? Christine is a cold market. Like I don't know her. I didn't know her before I started. She was a client of mine. So cold markets are a little bit more tough, but you can make it a warm market by kind of making a connection, maybe waiting a couple of weeks and then coming back to it. So, girl, I'm sure you've been seeing my posts. Here's the deal. I'm starting this online fitness accountability group because I can't take the feeling of being blah anymore. Like we were talking about the other day. Would you want to do this with me? This is after I have, had a connection with her at some point. Jill, you need this shake ASAP. Have you seen my posts? Hey, Amanda, thank goodness for Facebook so I can see your gorgeous wedding photos. I saw your post about the holiday food attacking you. LOL. Same. I'm in the fitness group with meal plans, tracker, and workouts. Would you be interested in joining with me? I might put that last part about the meal plans and trackers and workouts after we had been chatting a little bit. So I always send a bunch of messages. I close my computer and I come back and kind of respond and make those connections, close my computer, come back, and then kind of start to trinkle some info about what I do. Okay, this is crazy. this is not, oh wait. Not this one, sorry. The next one. Reagan, I saw your Instagram story and I was thinking, are you a coach? Because you already post like one. That is, because like I have a client right now and she is posting literally better than I do about the program. And so I'm going to reach out to her and be like, girl, why are you coaching? Like you are already doing everything you need to do. Let's see. How to, when you send one invite and they haven't responded or said no. This one's a little bit awkward, but Ed Milet says it takes, I mean, this is 7 8 times. Ed Milet says it takes like up to 10. He said if you're not following up 10 times, you're not trying. He talks about the industry that he's in. He committed on like the 7th time someone pursued him. And he's like, now I'm so thankful because I'm like a billionaire, but like it took a bunch of times for someone to follow up. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and that's why Google Streak has helped me so much because I have a whole list of people that I'm going to follow up with consistently. So, hey girl, I see you read my message, and if you aren't into it anymore, no worries at all. Just let me know either way so I can open up another spot in my program. So this makes someone feel like it's not all about them. It makes them feel like, oh gosh, like I'm taking up someone's spot. I need to make a decision. And it also makes it feel like it's a desired place to be. And so they're hopefully going to say yes. Hey love, I know last month you were focused on paying off your Christmas credit card. Ugh, how does Christmas sneak up on me every year? Just wondering if all that's taken care of. I know how stressful that can be. Just starting that conversation. And again, in Google Streak, that's where you make notes about that and say, okay, she, can't do it this year or this month because of her credit card. Follow up next month about that. Hey, Angel, we are having a holiday program. I know last month wasn't a great time for you, but these girls are excited. And I think this vibe would be so good for you. How are things? Again, just a way to kind of open up and connect. So, how to invite someone after you added them to your friend list or followed them on Instagram. Okay, this one is like a little creepy. Like I think I've told you guys, I literally searched for like college girls. So weird. Or like engaged girls or newly married girls. And like also like doxing Facebook groups. It's so embarrassing, but it works. It's like a connection that we have, right? So, hey girl, I wanted to reach out after I sent you a random friend request. I am a Doxy mom, and I saw your name in the Doxy Facebook group, and you look so cute. I related to your message about how your Doxy has to potty in the middle of the night, and it sucks right now, but hopefully they will grow out of it. Haha. Anyway, wanted to have another Doxy mom to be on my timeline. Smiley face. She's a cold market, all of a sudden became a warm market, not asking her to join anything. You are so fun to follow. You look amazing in your maternity shoe. I was cracking up at your Instagram story of your dog. Mine does the same thing. Good to have you on my feed. Same thing. Hey Morgan, happy Thursday. I want to reach out and say thank you for following me and showing me love on my posts. It's hard to put myself out there sometimes. When you say it's hard to put yourself out there sometimes, it makes you seem really vulnerable, and people like that. They feel like you trust them, but having the support from someone like you means the world to me. You seem like a really cool chick, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of your fun posts too. Anyway, thanks again. Hope your week's going well. Hey Julia, okay, I am obsessed, and I legit creeped on your Instagram story. Oops, I love how determined you are in living the healthy lifestyle. Are you a coach? Again, just a conversation starter. As you can see, it is like an actual science. I mean, truly, like sales. I took that sales course from my dad, and honestly, like I would love for him to teach all of my people, because I think that like what I've learned is that sales is very much so like a community, just like the fitness world is. So people who are salespeople, they all read the same books. They all learn there's certain trends about how to sell, just like there are in the fitness community, like keto diet or whatever, low carb, whatever that salesmen don't know anything about. It's like the craziest thing. So what I learned through the sales course is that it's truly a science on how to win people over in your life and make you seem like they are your bestie. Okay. And it honestly is just going to take so much practice. I'm starting kind of jumping all over the place. I had like 2 different things that I really liked, and I wanted to kind of cover one thing on both of them really quick. So it is, I think, really important for those starting. First thing, think about the people in your life that need this, okay? And I don't think that there's one person in your life that doesn't need this. I don't care how skinny or how fit that they are. Everyone needs Shakeology. I'm going to stand on a mountain and scream that one day. I really believe that. And also, these are the people that are on your team. These are Team Kaylin and Team Christine, the people that love you and support you. And they are great people to practice. In fact, like my first client, I was like, hey, I am starting this and I need someone that is like super committed so I can have a great testimony. Can you be that person? Makes them feel really important, makes them feel obligated to commit fully. And then you have a great testimony and a great story and a great, before and after that you can share. Don't prejudge and like think you understand people's circumstances, that you think they'd not be interested. Like, don't be selfish and rob them of an amazing opportunity that the businesses, but also especially the health and fitness program. Like, this is a life changing program. I believe that. So I'm going to send you guys this contact list and memory jogger. It's really interesting because I used to think I didn't need this, but there's so many more people in my life that I have forgotten about that I don't necessarily ask, but I follow up with on social media. So I just will go and check out their page, like a couple things, comment on a couple things, and just let them remember who I am, if that makes sense. And the memory jogger, it kind of just like helps you think like, okay, who are the people that have been in my life before that I need to just be a part of their life? Don't overcomplicate it, you guys. Keep it simple. It's so true. People are definitely going to reach out to you, but don't be scared to reach out to others. It's not enough just to let people reach out to you. I've learned that. I just got like my 2017, like Beachbody sends you like what am I trying to say? Like a synopsis of your year. And I've already helped more people in 2018 than I have in all of 2017. And made more money, honestly, in like the first couple of months of 2018 than in the like last few months. I don't know, whatever. My 2 years have already drastically been different, and it's because in 2017 I only let people come to me, and in 2018 I was actively pursuing people. Those are the two different things. I stopped being a scaredy cat and just went for it. And if people said no, like, I can't obsess over it. I just move on and I move on to the next person. And 9 times out of 10, I just become on that person's radar. And then they watch my Instagram stories or they watch my Instagram and my Facebook and they're like, okay, I actually do want to be a part of that. Never mind. So even if I get another first time, I would say it's a 70% chance that they end up coming back. Honestly, 70. And then we're going to talk all about objections and a whole different thing, which is basically people's excuse about money or time or ability and how to basically like call them out. And then these are, I'll send you those. Those are good too, in my email. But yeah, so that's my invitation. My invitation. I know it's a lot, but I feel really passionate about it because, like I said, 2017, 2018 has been a game changer because I've actually taken time to sit down, look through social media, look through Instagram, set a timer. I mean, it can be really, it's just like Pinterest. You can just get sucked in. So set a timer for Facebook, set a timer for Instagram, and don't get in the Instagram hole looking at, random people. Like, actively pursue certain hashtags and actively pursue certain types of girls that you feel like are similar to you. Was that helpful?
Yeah, definitely.
Does that scare the crap out of you? Or are you like, no, wait, I think I can do that?
No, I think like you actually like calmed me a little bit because like I think that like you get it in your head like you have to share the information, and it's really not sharing the information. It's just sharing you and your story, and that like building that connection with people.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Yay! I'm so glad. It's really just about having friends, like honestly making friends and making people like you. Yeah. And it's not a fake thing, but it is, something that you're like, okay, I'm going out of my way to do this. I wouldn't do it naturally, but still be yourself,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, That's all I have. I'm going to send you guys a follow-up email with some homework and some other little things that you need to do, and then also this recording that you can kind of come back to if you need to. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email.
Perfect.
All
Thank you.
right.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. Hey, watch Mary Alice at 8 p.m. She's going live. It's incredible. Okay. And also, her story is a story that y'all can use for your clients too. So keep that in your mind. She struggles with thyroid stuff. I have so many people that struggle with thyroid things. It's like such a common issue. So listen to her problems, issues, and you're going to be able to use this as you invite people as well. Okay. I'm done.
Awesome.
I'll see you later.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.